What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Addicted to Knives. So we got a Wii, Civivi, whatever you want to call it. Originally it was a Civivi, but now it's a Wii. Wii. So this, obviously, pretty much everybody in the knife community knows what this is. Or at the very least knows what the original budget version of this knife is. This is the elementum. I was about to say, I almost was drawing a blank, but it is the Wii titanium elementum with I'm pretty sure this is a I want to say let me see. Yes, it is 20 CV. Yes. If you could see right there. Which, I mean, is definitely a good steel. I mean, that's really can't get too much better than that. Wish it was more drop shutty. Definitely do. Wish it was more drop shutty. But the action is definitely good. It's freaking rockets out of there. Like, pow. Pow right in the kisser. I know. I was gonna say it, but I tried to catch myself, but then I couldn't. Shout out to bees. The one thing I will say that they missed greatly is they put the freaking deep carry on it. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that love deep carry. I'm not a big fan of them. I mean, I like them in certain, especially like budget. I do like them, but in this case, if it's a titanium frame lock, even on budget ones, I like a milled pocket clip better. I just like a milled pocket clip, no matter what. Like, even say on this Tuya, like, this is all carbon fiber, and it's got, I mean, a milled pocket clip. I mean, obviously this is it is not a budget knife, but still, it's got a deep carry. It's kind of deep, somewhat. Yeah, not really, but it doesn't have to be like that deep, if you get what I'm saying, physically and metaphorically speaking. So I mean, it's a good knife. The design is definitely an amazing design. I think the elementum was an in-house design. You know what, I never looked that up, and I've never heard anybody say who the designer of the elementum is. I'm pretty sure it would most likely be an in-house design, but still, I've never really heard that come up. It is an amazing design. I mean, it definitely is. You got plenty of room to choke up here. It's kind of like a trigger kind of choke up on this. I do like how they did the blade. It's like a stonewash, but it's like a bead blast with a decent stonewash on top. I do also like the how they did this ano. It has, like, the whole knife has a pretty heavy stonewash on top of it, which helps with scratches, and it helps with just nicks and tings and snail trails, and especially on the blade. Even though it's 20 CV, if it was bead blast, you still would have to keep an eye out for rusting and stuff. I mean, I just recently got the Microtech, let me pull it out. the Microtech, and this is B blasted in here, and I had problems. Let me see. You can kind of see little. I don't know if it's still there. I think I got it all out, but it was right in this fuller area. It was it started to rust, and I'm talking about literally within, I don't know, a few hours of it being in my pocket outside. So you gotta watch out for that. And this is literally M390. I mean, it's the same, pretty much the same stuff. One's American, this one's American, this one's I guess maybe Italian, no, or German, I don't know. Whoever else makes M390, I think it's Bowler M390, but I don't think they're the only ones that make M390. But I'm kind of just rambling now. I do like the jimping on top of here. It's not too aggressive, but it does work really, really well. Like it really does grip. Some jimping that knives have don't necessarily work, and in my opinion, if you're gonna have some jimping, have the jimps like be good enough to where they're actually gonna freaking work, and you're not gonna just freaking slip right off of it. Like I can't even think of one off the top of my head, but I know there's plenty of them. You can reverse flick this. It's hard under the camera. There you go. This thing I think would be really badass with a thumb stud mod on this. I think it would really, really elevate it. The only issue you might run into is on the lock bar side. It's kind of snug. Even on this side, it's kind of snug, but you could probably get one in right about there. And if you flip it over, and you would have to be kind of right on the top of it. It'd be pretty high up, but you'd be able to get it done. But you still can, with a little bit of wrist, you could still flick it out. Because of that heavy stonewash, it definitely helps. I don't know about a satin version, you'd have some problems, but with this, it's definitely, grippy enough, the blade, for you to do it reliably, especially when you're not under a camera and being all jacked up and just naturally being able to pick it out of your pocket and just flick it. It's easy. There's really not too much to say about it. I mean, it's just an elementum, just a Civivi elementum, just put into a wee, format, titanium with, high-end steel, and that's really, really just it. I thought this was a little strange, how, I think it's kind of cool, but actually, also kind of strange, at the same time. On the budget version, they have its liners, obviously, and they have the G10 or the micarta or whatever the scale is. But normally these would be the liners, and they actually made it look like there was a layer of something on top of it. How they had this cut out like that, which I think it would just have been a little bit better if it just filled that out. It's just kind of strange looking to me. It's just off, but I am not the designer, so but but I do have a couple of knife designs that I am in the works with, so no date set or anything like that. But been talking to a few places. So we'll see how that goes in the next month, a couple months. Yeah, it's a good knife. If you literally, like, I know there's people that literally love, swear by the Civivi Elementum budget version. I do know there's also I think it's Blade HQ exclusive. There's an S35VN version with I think it's JG10. I know that one's pretty good too. It's still got the steel liners, but it's still a good knife. And then with the S35VN, it takes it over the top, for... I forget what it was. I think it's like an $80 maybe a little more. Maybe like around $100 knife, which I don't even think it's really that much. So I think it is in like the $79 range or $89 range. But another cool thing is with the budget ones, which it's kind of funny because they were coming out with this, and a little bit before they announced it, hold on, excuse me. Oh God, I had a yawn. Sorry about that. A little bit before they announced this, like a little while ago, last year or something, they came out with not we, but I think it might have been we. Some company or it was we came out with titanium scales for the Wii Elementum, like budget version, so you can swap your micarta or G10 with a titanium scale. And I've handled a few people that like put them together with the S35VN blade, which it's normally thinner than the regular stock of the regular Elementum, the budget one. So with that thinner blade and the titanium handle, I personally like that one a little bit better than this one. I don't know why, but I do. This one, it just seems a little stiff. The lock bar is it's a little stiff on the and I guess does have a really good detent, so I guess that's why. But I really don't think like a lock bar really should be that. Let's see how good it's not even that great of a detent, but I think a lock bar should be like a little bit easier to push over. I don't understand why they get that wrong. I don't know if it has something to do with I mean, it's got to have something to do with the relief cuts, or whoever bent it, or what. But that's a little above my pay grade in science. But I don't know why that would be science, but you know what I mean. See, like, it does have like good enough action where it is glassy, it is nice and smooth. I will give it that. Let me see if I could see if it's loose or anything. Just spin this pivot. Yeah, I think it was a little bit. Yeah, I think it was a little loose. I mean, it's still got a little drop issue, but it's not really It's definitely not really like a drop shutty knife, that's for sure. I don't think it, even with a little KPL up in here, which, I mean, we could try a little dab of it. It's not my knife, it's the Apex pass around knife, so I don't want to, like, you know, I can't take it apart or really do too much, but I think a little bit of KPL heavy isn't going to hurt anything. Oh, that made it a little better, actually. See, once the lock bar gets out of the way, it like, you know, comes down, so it's definitely the lock bar pressure. But, yeah, it helped a little bit. I mean, I think it's a good knife. This definitely hinders it, for sure. Because ergos, it's literally, it's too big. It's just right there, and there's no getting around it. You feel it. Even if you choke up, you still feel it. No matter what, you feel it. And it definitely goes, you know, digs into the palm a little bit. Because it sticks out a little bit, and it's pretty thick, like pretty wide, or tall, I guess you could say. But overall, it's definitely a positive knife. I'm almost positive it's like $175 for it. So, if you want an elementum, you know, with full titanium scales and 20 CV, then I mean, $175 isn't all that much. It really isn't. So, I mean, and that's new. You can get these probably on the secondary for, you know, somewhat cheap. So, I wouldn't say cheap, but, you know. But they do have the cult following on these, so I really haven't, you know what, I haven't really seen too many of these up recently. I know when they first came out, a lot of people bought them, and you know, we're looking for something else, like the drop shutty action, or just something different, which I've noticed that happens a lot of the time. Is someone buys a knife, they get it home, and I mean, obviously when you buy it online, you don't know how it's going to be, you don't know how the action's going to be, and all that stuff. So when you know, when you end up getting it and it's you know, not up to your par, or, you know, not you know, drop shutty like this, or, you know, gliding shut and whatnot, which, I mean, isn't really, to me, it's not a deal breaker. You know, like, I have the Jaeger, which the Jaeger is one of my top favorite you know, knives this year. But the thing is, you do that drop, and it definitely you know, helps for sure. It's the lock bar. I think the lock bars has a little too much pressure, which I don't know if all of them have it, but this version of it, or this particular one has a pretty stiff, you know, lock bar, which that's another negative for it for me. Like, it really is like stiff. I'm kind of surprised how stiff it is. So, but other than that, there's really not too much to say. It's obviously, it's a Wii. It's got the titanium, you know, hardware. It's got the stupid titanium milled, or not even milled. It's a I don't know why I said milled, but it's a titanium, what do they call these, bent over spring, you know, pocket clips, which I will say it's done well enough to where it's not going to clip into your, like how Kubi has it, which I think Kubi's actually changed theirs too finally, but this part isn't like sunk in too much, so that's a plus. And it does seem like would be pretty hard to, screw this pocket clip up. So, but honestly, for even for like a someone's first like higher end nice knife, like like full titanium with a higher end steel, this isn't a bad idea. It's definitely not for 175, which you could probably get it cheaper than that, honestly, nowadays, with coupons and coupon codes, which if you want, you can go to White Mountain Knives and see if they have any of these bad boys available, and you can use my code Addicted to Knives, which gets you 10% off, which they all include free shipping, so and I think no taxes, if I'm not mistaken, but it's definitely a good knife all around. So peace out, everybody. I love you guys. Keep watching. I'm really tired, so I'm gonna go hit the hay and snore my night away. So I love you guys. Peace out.